right, so today is the morning that we are taking off on our trip. And so first we're gonna hit my hometown, so we're gonna stop through El Paso because it's in the middle between here to San Diego. It's about like an 18-hour drive total, I think. Probably like 19 with stops. Either way, I'm super excited. Still sipping on my coffee, waking up. I'm packing right now. Fortunately, I submitted 2 offers last night, so that was pretty cool. So let's get to finish packing and waiting for Dorian to get here, and then we're off. Here we go. There he is. We're taking off. Hey, we're doing this, brother.
We're going.
What's up, bro?
Going to San Diego, brother?
Yes, sir. Yeah, hell yeah, we are. Going to San Diego, we're taking off. This is it. See you later, San Antonio. Good morning, depending when you're watching this video. So if you saw in the beginning, and if you watched my video last week, I was supposed to go out of town, right? And funny enough, like it just didn't work out. Thank God we made it home safe. But at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, in my opinion, and I feel that when I came back, the amount of opportunities that opened up, I wouldn't have had them had I left, right? That's why the title of this video is called Redirection, because sometimes we don't see things. Although I was okay not going out of town, it wasn't necessarily like if it was something big, like getting hired by a job or, you know, a closing or anything like that shifted gears. But at the end of the day, I've noticed whenever something doesn't go in the direction that you want, and funny enough, you know, it's like God says we make our own plans, but, you know, he laughs at that because God has plans for us already. And so this is just one of those examples where I didn't go out of town like I thought I was gonna be. And I ended up coming back. I ended up bumping into the woman who I was really hoping would mentor me in real estate. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think I'm headed in a good direction with her. I'll elaborate on that a little bit more. And then not only that, but I ended up getting like 2 more listings, and tackling that on top of like being out of town would have just been much more difficult. And then just so much more stuff going on. And one of the biggest things that had happened was actually, you know, coming across that woman that I was hoping to get mentored from, because beforehand, I had only known her from giving her a call and from sending her an email. And so because I didn't go out of town, I was in town on Thursday, and what happened was I ended up going to our office meeting and bumping into her. And according to my broker, it's very rare that she's at the office because she's so busy. So I just happened to be there the same day that she was. I went up, I introduced myself, and she scolded me for some of the things I'm currently operating with in my business. But one of the ideas she gave me, and again, she was kind of like on me, but it felt more like a mother feeling, you know, like she was just kind of getting on me like with concern, if that makes sense. Was that she knows I create content, and I also can do real estate content. If you look at like super old videos, I used to do tours and stuff like that. I'm not necessarily passionate about it, at least for like myself. Like I just don't enjoy driving to the other side of town to film a video and filming the house. Like it's not as fun as it used to be compared to like something like this. But what I did tell her was that I've done it for other agents, where I've done like lot listing shots, like with my drone, and I've also filmed houses for like other agents in the past. And she was like, well, if you need money, then why haven't you put a flyer in the office and offered your services to other agents? And I've always been a little bit more nervous about doing that for other agents, because like for me, like if I mess up on a video or the video is just not as good as I think it's supposed to be, if it's for me personally, like I'm okay with that. But if it's for somebody else, especially somebody who's paying for that product, it's a little bit more like nerve-wracking. And so I want her to mentor me. Like I refuse to be told no. Like I'm gonna show her. Like I have a lot of other things to do. Like she gave me all this homework and stuff. If I could show you, you can see this, but basically she gave me a few things to do. I'm still working on it. I didn't realize I had like a million contacts. I'm cleaning them out and stuff. But so I thought about it the following day, and I was like, you know what, let me post it like on my broker's like Facebook page. And I just offered my services, and at this point I've already filmed one property, and I have I think 6 or 7 more to go, and I still have other people reaching out to me. The amount of responses that I had over my videos, my listing videos, was like insane. Like I've never seen that much support for my content like that before, other than like close friends and you know, I guess with the few videos that have popped off on like TikTok or maybe even on here, I've had people comment. But this was just different, right? It was more like kind of like a business, like a videographer. And so behold, I got my first payment last evening. And so that's awesome. And then on top of that, you know, staying on top of my cut. As you know, I'm on a cut. If you don't know, well, I'm hitting I think this is my 5th week of my cut now. So I'm super excited about that. I can feel it a little bit in my body. I've upped my cardio to 45 minutes. And man, like I've just been going 100 miles per hour since last week. And I feel pretty good about it though. Today I might take it a little slow, but I'm gonna focus on my cut, and I'm definitely gonna pull up to the gym and get everything done. As far as my lifts, I ran a 5K yesterday. If you don't know what that is, it's like 3.1 miles. I hadn't done that in a while. I did run 2 miles last week, so I still wanna keep my endurance up too. I don't wanna just completely lose that and just shift into training or just like full-time lifting. I want to be athletic on top of being strong. So that's the biggest goal that I have. But if there's anything in your life that is like just not going in the direction that you think it's like, or that you want it to go, and you just feel that, you know, things aren't going your way in any way, shape, or form, there's a reason for it. And you might not know in this exact moment like what that reason is, but as time continues and as you continue to not give up, because that's the biggest one, you can't give up. You got to push in some way, shape, or form. You will see like what God has in store for you, and you will notice that like there's going to be a path that was set out for you, and things will start to click, you know. Another thing too, mentioning God, is that my church is looking to have me become a leader, and so I'm in what's called Leadership Academy now. Had I gone out of town, I would not have paid attention to that email. Like my emails would have built up. I probably just would have accidentally deleted it. So again, like there's always a reason for everything that happens. And I can't tell you how many blessings I feel like I've had recently. Of course, life is life, right? I can always get another curveball. So we're still not out of the trenches yet. You know, we're still working on it. I potentially have my next closing next Friday. And so just continue to push. If I can do it, like you can do it. You know, there's nothing special about me. I've just been disciplined and as consistent as possible with everything that I try to accomplish. And if I can do it on the days like today where my body's extremely tired, I feel tired even though I've got like 8-9 hours of sleep, and I can still show up to the gym, like you could do it too, you know. And you always feel so much better afterwards. It might not be your best lift, it could be your best lift, we don't know, you know, pulling up, not necessarily feeling yourself, but at the end of the day, you still showed up, and that's what matters most. And so I just want this to be a reminder for anybody who feels that things in their life are, again, not going their way, that everything happens for a reason, and you might not see it right now, but there's a bigger purpose in your life, and you're just being redirected to it. And so first time I made a video, no caffeine, no nothing, you know, so you know, just waking up, but it would have felt I wanted to kind of transition from the beginning scenes of, you know, where the car didn't, we ended up not making it to the middle and to the end where we're getting that workout in. So catch you guys in the next video. So before I head off to the gym, just like a small physique update. Personally, I feel like I look the same, you know, it just kind of, I guess that's just kind of how it is sometimes. But I do feel like I've gotten a little bit leaner. Truthfully, I'm getting kind of that V shape again. I do notice I'm a little bit more vascular when I'm lifting. So right now I could just be flat, who knows. And my abs, my upper abs popping out a little bit more, especially in certain movements. Can't really see it right here, but you just gotta trust the process, you know? If you're not trusting the process, then how do you expect to obtain and reach your goals? But I'm drinking my pre now, so let's go hit the gym.